Hello, this is Justin from Fleet Profit Center, and this video is going to quickly go over the geocoding Google Assistant program that I whipped up here real fast. So whether you've been emailed the program or downloaded it, it's probably come in zip form. So what you want to do is take this folder, cut it and paste it into the C drive of your computer. So C drive, Google Aid, there it'll be. I'll go into how we set up in a minute first, just to show you the program itself. When you get inside the folder, go ahead and start the Google Geocode Aid program, and it's going to need a password. You're welcome. Okay, so there's two modes to the software. The first is a batch processing mode. The second is basically a go over each individual one and have a look. And this software was originally designed as a routing troubleshooter for Harv and Kelowna, and I've just kind of added to the functionality. So that's why there's this extra feature here. So anyway, let's run the geocoder. So it's just opening up a web page here, and you pick your version of Access, and basically away we go, and things are just going to click along, and this is a fairly short sample, and then it's done. So really what you'd want to be doing here is starting the process and just walking away and coming back when it was done, and see what was good and what was bad. Now if we run it the other way, what happens is it opens up a map, and this is why the browser was so large, and we press the start button, and what it's going to do is look for any address in the database that was not routed to address specifications. So if it found a geocode but it routed it by city or by the street name, but not necessarily the street name and number, it's going to still show up in this individual thing here. So what we would do is we would click on this button to find the address. This is where Google has determined the geocode is, but perhaps you will want to zoom down a little closer and get an idea of the layout, and you might say to yourself, oh, okay, well, it's routed it by the street, but the street numbering isn't correct or whatever, and really the house is over here, so great, we can pull it over here, and boom, that's where it's supposed to be. And you'll notice the Latin long has changed to update the location, so that's great. So then we can accept the geocoding, and that was the only one that we needed to fix, so that was good. Otherwise it would just keep clicking along and giving you a new address as you had a problem. So that's it for how the program works. Let's take a look at the setup. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, this is just a quick little whip up software, so there's no interface to get your exported WEMMS data into the database. You have to have a little access knowledge, and if you're completely in the dark, I'm sure a pleasant email would be all that's required to get me to help you out. So what we're doing is going into this unrouted database, and there is already an import in here, and when you get it, it will be completely empty. Let's move that up there. So basically these first areas are what WEMMS wants, and then I just tacked on lat, long, and status at the end of it here. So really what you're doing is you're going to your import, and depending on your version of Access, it's might be a different location, but I'm in external data. I'm importing my text file. I'm going to browse to the desktop and pick my export. Open that up, and I'm going to append it to the import table. And I'm just going to go through the defaults here. And we're done. And now my data is in here with the fields all ready to be populated. Okay, so looking back at the program, you may recall this third column, which is basically a result that's Google's given back with its lat-long coordinate. So this is now populated in the status. We got our geocode, latitude and longitude, and the status. So again, street number is what we want to see. Street address, I believe, is going to also be good enough. But if we have something like route or locality or something here, it means that it hasn't been able to find, or it doesn't believe it's the exact address, and this could be a result of an incomplete address, a typo, perhaps a zero. Sometimes very large buildings don't have an address that you just put a zero in WEMMS, and then Google can't figure out where to put the pin. So that would be reasons why you would go in and run the manual version. So that is basically it in a nutshell. Hopefully this helps you out, and happy geocoding.